Hi.
All right, we are recording. It's our first daytime Academy call, which I'm so excited to get to infuse into. If you guys will remember, we're going to do every other month with a daytime call and a nighttime call for two reasons. The first and foremost is because I really wanted to support everybody. Sometimes getting on night calls isn't conducive to some schedules, day calls to others. So I'm really trying to encompass the space for everybody. And quite honestly, my naturopath has recommended that I cut down on my night calls because I basically lived a lot of my life doing nighttime calls. And with a newer mindset of abundance, I have started to honor the time that I have for work during the day. And so I get to allow myself to uplift while uplifting others. And that, total win-win situation feels really good. So I was going to say something else, but I forget. I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to have you here. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I had two calls this morning and I asked for a sign specifically about this call because I knew I would have both boys home today and it might be chaotic. It might be madness. We will likely get visitors at some point within this hour, but that's okay. It's exactly as it's meant to be. And I asked for a sign that if I were to cancel, show me this. And I asked for a specific spirit animal and I didn't get it. And so I said, okay, keeping the call. And I was glad that I asked for a sign. So this is my kind of underlying message for you today. Where are you feeling wiggle room-ish? Where are you feeling seesaw-ish in your mind that would be immediately alleviated if you simply asked for a sign and then let the universe do her thing? There are so many times that, I literally could have been here all morning going back and forth. Should I do the call? Should I not do the call? Should I do the call? Should I not do the call? Because I could have easily said, you guys, I'm so sorry. Can we do this at night or can we move this to another day? I could have done that. But in my heart of hearts, I didn't want to. But, mama duty's call. And so I said, you know what? My word for this year is surrender. Okay, I don't want to make this decision and I don't have to make this decision. I will trust that the universe will make the decision for me. I will surrender to it by asking for a specific sign. So maybe there's someplace in your life that feels really big or even a tiny little thing, like should I cancel a call or not? Ask for a sign. There's two ways to ask for a sign. If you are trying to decide between a yes or a no, so you don't know whether to do it or not to do it. You don't know if it's a yes or a no. Then you ask for a specific thing by a specific time. That way it cuts down on you having to worry about well, when is the sign going to show up? Or was that really it? Ask for a specific thing by a specific time. I usually ask for an animal or a number. I don't know why. Those two things just come up for me. You can ask for whatever you want. The other way to ask for a sign is if you are certain of something, if it's a yes, but you don't know when, or conversely, if it's a no, but you don't know when. If you are trying to decide stopping something or cutting back on something, or if you're trying to decide going all in on something, if it's a solid yes or a solid no, you're not looking for a yes or no answer, but you just want to know when to do it, ask for a specific sign and just say, I'm ready to receive this sign when it's time for me to go all in or time for me to cut the cord. I've done that too. And that can be a little bit, for me, that's a little bit more challenging because it truly tests one of my deepest places that I need to learn how to surrender more. And that's with time, because then it's not in my court. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but I'm trusting that the universe does. And so I will get that sign when. So that can be trying. But also what's more trying is going back and forth and trying to make that decision and you wasting time and energy when really it's just not the time yet, or it is time and you need to have that certainty to go. So that's your little mini lesson to start off today. And I would love to open the floor to you guys. What are you feeling grateful for? And I will share with you guys on bigger calls when we've got more people here. I'm going to have you write your gratitudes in the chats. And then we can get right to the question, where do you need support? But today I think like just take a beat and say what you're grateful for, and then ask with no weirdness, no expectation, no ties to an outcome. Ask for what you need. Who would like to go first? Heidi, you're not muted, so do you want to go? Okay,
sure.
Jillian, you can go right after Heidi.
Okay. What am I grateful for? Oh my gosh, so much. I am grateful for my new space that you saw for a minute before. And I mean, this is just a portion of the space, but this particular space for me is, I mean, I could just cry. It's
okay if you do.
It's overwhelmingly just a gift, something I never expected. This is just a rental house for us, but my husband works from home now too. And he liked this space as well, but he chose a space upstairs because he needs to kind of be tucked away, where I need to kind of be like on the main living area, girls for their schooling. And so like it just really worked for me. But this space is, I've never had my own space like this. So it is a huge blessing to me. So I'm super grateful. I mean, there's a million things I'm grateful for, but that's what I'll say. So
that's awesome. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I can feel it.
And so what do I need? Oh my goodness. I have a million things I need also, because I'm having a hard time getting my, like, now that we've done the move, we're still kind of settling in. You can see like we're not all the way settled, but I'm having a hard time like figuring out my new normals. Like what does a new normal day look like? How do I fit everything in? Like things just don't feel, they don't feel bad, but they don't feel like we're not really flowing yet as a family even. Like, so, and we've been here only a month, and in the middle of that was Christmas and New Year's, and we've already had company come because my mom came for a few days. I mean, like, so we haven't really been here that long. And so I don't really know. That's not really a question, but that's just.
No, but I got you. I can pick it up. So 2 things are coming like screeching through. The first thing is I would recommend like doing something that feels almost like ritualistic. That's very grounding, like honoring your new space. And you can do something by yourself, and then you can also do something with your family. But I think in our culture, moving and transitioning and doing like life, told you. Yeah, honey, I can't come out there right now, but I'll see you in a little bit. Okay?
Mama, I put my water out there.
You put your water out there?
I poured my water.
You poured it out? Oh, that's okay, honey. It's okay. I'll wipe it up after.
Can you get some more water for me?
Sure. Do you want my water? Can you hear his cute voice?
Yeah.
I will get some in a little bit. Or you can bring your cup and I'll pour some of this in there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your patience. Like, it really means a lot to me. And I promise I'm super locked in here. I just had this moment where I like remembered I literally built my network marketing business doing this all day. Like, so it's like deep gratitude for that former version of myself, because like she got me here and now it's like, whoa. So Heidi, that actually ties perfectly into like what we were saying here. Deep gratitude. So a ritualistic, thank you, a ritualistic grounding ceremony. And I don't know if the word ceremony doesn't feel good for you. I know, like, how can you possibly concentrate like with a little blonde hair? Here you go. Can you go back out with Cameron? Good job. I'll see you soon. You want to stay with me? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So, almost like a ceremony, like a grounding ceremony. Like, how do you feel into where you are? And I would actually kick that off by honoring the previous version of you that wanted this. And like allow yourself to be in it. So grounding in with, I picture you like lighting some candles and just like walking around your house if you have sage or something like that to just like get you in the space. How does that feel for you?
I feel like that is a good idea to do something along those lines, especially even for my girls.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
don't want to talk about it. They're having a hard time, like even they're just having a hard time with mood.
Yeah, and you can feel that, and we can feel that for
I mean, they'll just say it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're teenagers, so they will say like they don't even like to call this home. I mean, like they're still in there. Like, so I think this makes a lot of sense.
And also
getting Paul involved, like getting us, we're kind of trying to fall into our old routines.
Yeah, and you can't.
No, it
No.
has to be new.
So
yeah.
I think that's so powerful. What I would recommend, have everybody write down their fears or their angers or their worries about the move specifically and about the routine, about whatever comes up. Invite them to get really real. Like they are seen and they are heard. You get it. Have them write them down, and then maybe you walk around the house or you do something and you burn them. Burn them and let those fears go out so that God can support them exactly how they need it. And to that point, the second thing that was coming through for me was don't try to hurry up and create the future version of this. This whole experience is part of it, and you need this to create the future family feeling, personal feeling, space feeling that you're craving. But just like you were once craving being there, you couldn't have hurried up the process anymore. Everything that happened for you in getting here needed to happen. Everything that will happen to get to the future state of where you want to be with normalcy, with happiness, with feeling really rooted, it will come. But you can't rush through the transformation process of it.
Right.
The other thing, some crystals that might be really helpful are garnet or black tourmaline, because they're really grounding. They're really rooting. And I don't know, like, if your family has crystals around or like if the girls are drawn to them at all, but that kind of just adds a deeper sense of like anchoring energy.
Yeah. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Worthy of the good. Okay.
Yeah.
I've kept that in my journal because, as you can see, when I was overwhelmed with my space, like I didn't even know exactly what we were walking into.
Yeah.
But this has really like helped me along the way.
Good.
And then, there's something you also said to me a while back about you always see me shrink back, like I need to like go ahead and take up the space. And I know that that's not necessarily physical, but that's just really helped me a lot. So I think the grounding, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, grounding
not
into
trying to hurry.
Right. Don't try to hurry it, and allow yourself to take up the space within which you live right now.
Yes.
Does that feel good?
Yes.
And then everyone feels seen with that too. Everyone feels acknowledged. Like it's okay if they're angry, or it's okay if they don't feel quite at home yet.
Right.
You don't have to fix that for them, but you can provide them. You can provide them with a way into feeling better by bringing these more connected moments into the whole process. We often try, like we move and then it's like, okay, like life is supposed to continue, but we are deeply feeling energetic beings that like need to acknowledge and hold space for. So I think that's great. Nikki made a comment too. So take a peek at that and just know that you are. I can read it. Nikki said she had the same problem with home when her family moved when she was 14. She really pushed against it, and her mom did too. And only years later did she see what a positive thing it was. So yeah, she said that she would have loved calling more attention to it sooner and working through it with her family. So just perfection. Thanks, Nikki. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yes.
And like perfect feedback from the kiddo perspective.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find these. Thank you. So I need to mute myself. How do I do that?
I'll see if I can do it. Thank you. Good job, Heidi. Got you. All right, Jillian has had a lot going on in her neck of the woods. Girlfriend, fill us in.
Okay, what I'm grateful for is I finally released something.
Yes! I was so excited. I squealed out loud when I read it.
Yes, and I don't know, I've never like released I've released lots of free content, content, but actually asking for money, that's just, I don't know.
So awesome.
It felt really hard to do, but I don't know, I guess asking people.
You've done it.
A lot of money blocks that I work through.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
So I'm kind of in launch and promotion mode right now, and I'm not exactly sure. Like I'm offering free like value with tips and advice that kind of at the end say a little thing if you want more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing that with videos and posts, like what else do you do?
Yeah. Great question. So specifically reaching out to people, which may feel scary, but you know them, specifically reaching out to people and saying, hey, I know that you've appreciated X, Y, and Z about me in the past, and I've created a container to help people with it. I am going to be working with people. I am going to be coaching people, and I'm so excited. I thought of you. Would you or someone you know be interested in this? That takes the pressure off, right? Of them being like, oh my gosh, you want me to join your thing? And like, which they might, by the way, right? Like this might be exactly what they've been trying to call into their lives. And so I'll ask you, check yourself. Are you presupposing that people don't want it? Maybe. And that's okay. I have to check myself with that. Am I going into it thinking like, oh, who am I kidding? Nobody's going to want this. And asking and feeling like I'm asking out of obligation. Or do I really feel like, no, you actually could really use this. This might be exactly what you have wanted.
With people who I just communicate with, like on Instagram, like I've never really met them or anything. I don't know, I feel kind of weird about that because I hate when people message me and like, oh, could you be perfect for this?
Yeah. Well, let's recoil a little bit here. Like, honey, why are you in this group? Because we established a relationship on Instagram, and I said, hey. Whoa, hold on. Heidi, I don't know what hold on. Oh, I got it. Okay, we're good. I was like, wait a minute, I'm echoing. We established a relationship on Instagram. I wasn't a like creepy, spammy person, but I genuinely had an interest in you and what you were growing, what you were doing. And I offered you up an opportunity to talk to me about what I might have that is exactly what you're looking for. Right? Like,
I haven't thought of it that way.
Right? So I know, like, awesome. And I'm not a crazy person. You're not a crazy person. Like, you genuinely love connecting with people. And had I not offered that up to you, maybe you wouldn't be in a coaching situation right now. I'm not saying that I created all of this for you, but I have created a space to allow for you to learn and to grow into more of who you truly are, so that you can release the programs that will help the people. Right? So here's your deepest invitation, Jillian. Go into your heart. Get out of here. And I would love for you to kind of create a plan. This structure will help you a little bit, but create a plan of, okay, I'm going to give you a couple other ideas. I'm going to reach out to maybe 10 different people a day until I feel like I've connected with as many people that energetically I feel I've got a true conversation going with, I feel I've got a true connection with, and then I'm going to transition. And before you reach out to those 10 people, you go into your heart. You do kind of a grounding meditation to get into here, remembering that you created your offerings from a space of deep love, and your offering may be exactly what these women need, and you're the brave one to offer it to them. It's like say you worked in a restaurant and you just see this couple walk in and you just feel so connected. When just people like, you're like, oh, they seem like really cool people. It's like you have created, like you see them walk into your restaurant and you were the brave one to say, here's the menu. I want to serve you. I want to be your waitress. Right? Do coffee shop. Oh my gosh.
The coffee shop where I do that every day.
This is what happens all the time for you. So now it's just
like, what can I get you? What looks good?
Yeah, and like the people that you feel more deeply connected to, you want to serve them. Like, heck yes, I will pour almond milk in that coffee instead of regular milk. I would love to do that for you because it's on the menu. And this is what I have for you. So get out of here and get back into here, because this is where your true power lies. You are so, so, so compassionate, so true with all that you do. Let that be the presupposition to all the things. What if you presupposed that people wanted it, that they wanted your way of doing it?
Mom.
So,
Mama, I do it.
oh, this is just, here you go. So that's the first thing, directly reaching out to people that you would love to work with. Who would be your ideal first client, second client, third client? Who would you love to work with? Reach out to them and let them know.
Yeah.
No, not on your eye, honey. Not on your eye. That's
I know, kind of funny. You're saying go more into the heart. When I was trying to pick an oil to diffuse for this call, forget that.
Of course, right? Like, yeah. Thank you, Spirit Team. We got you. So that, but then also, can you offer like Thrive? So Thrive was a free, and it was long, and this might not be the right time period for you to do it for this launch, but Thrive was an amazing program in and of itself. And there were some people that needed Thrive and they need to work with all that came up in Thrive. But there are other people that got Thrive so deeply and they were like, please tell me you have more. Like, please tell me you can help me more with this. So what is the step before your program that people need? What can you offer for free with that? And then at the end of it, you do a call to action. Maybe it's not a 3-day thing, but maybe it's you do a 1-hour masterclass on that first thing. So Jillian, what are your people like? What is the first hiccup? Is it body image stuff?
It's trying to get clear on who you really are and what you want.
Okay. So where are they getting hung up in that process? If you're going to help them with that clarity of who they really are, what's blocking them first?
They feel stuck. They're just going through the motions every day because they feel there's no way out of what they're doing.
Why?
Because they need money. They don't have enough time. There's a lot of them. So, chapstick in the hair. What if you did a 1-hour masterclass or a webinar on how to bring more time into your day? How to, anything that they're like, how to learn how to love your body again. And because underneath all of that stuff is the truth, is love, right? Which is what you're driving to get at. But also, what are the specific struggles that they've got going on right now that you could speak to freely, that at the end you could say, and if you want more from this, I have just opened the doors on this program. It's got these things that you'll get out of it. Cart closes on X day. If you have a cart closing day, maybe it's something that like the academy that it's always open. I don't know. But speak to the first pain, because many of them aren't going to know that like they need to discover who they truly are. Many of them are going to say like, I need to figure out how to make an extra $10 a day, right? Like whatever it is, speak to that first thing and host a free something on that. And then have it be a lead in. And don't have it be like because people know like the gimmicky, like, oh, I'm going to sign up for this free thing and then you're going to pitch me this. Just have it be a natural thing. Like, oh, and by the way, like you guys, I have a course that just opened that will speak to the rest of this directly. And if you're interested, let's hop on the phone. I would recommend you get on the phone with people too. Do a discovery call.
How do you do it?
Well, you do it like this. So, but I would recommend, Jillian, it's going to be really powerful for you to actually have a conversation with people.
How do you do it?
Does that feel good?
How do you do it?
That's as far as it comes out, honey. Where'd the cap go? It's right here. Do you have any inkling, Jillian, about like a freebie that you could offer like that?
I was going to do a free little preview because in the course I have a 30-day challenge within the course. So I was going to do like a free little preview of that.
That's great. What if you did like a 3-day challenge or something?
Yeah, I can do that.
That would be cool if you did like a mini tiny thing. And if you want more, if you want further accountability, if you want further this or that, then join my course. Post your ideas in the academy. Like, let us support you through the creation of this. I know it can feel a lot. You're like, I just created all the stuff for the actual thing. But oftentimes we have to create something to lead into the thing too. But don't discount the reaching out to people too. But check yourself before you do it. Don't go to it from a space of scarcity and I hope you join me. I hope you join me. Go to it with that like unattached, like this could be exactly what you're looking for and I created it for you. And if you don't want it right now, that's on you, but it's there.
Yes, thank you, Heidi.
Oh yeah, Heidi. See you guys. And look, we're all human beings that are here. Like our souls are meant to intertwine. Like it's just so cool. Do not pull that, please. Thank you. All right, keep us posted. Let us know, and also like invite us to things and let us know what's going on for you, so we can come cheer you on too.
Thank you.
Okay, you're amazing. Nikki, you want to go next?
Sure, I can go.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, maybe not that size yet. We work up to that, right?
Yeah. Again, going back to Heidi's point, like don't try to rush into the future. Start with the end.
I was promised like pooping and peeing and crying, and that's it for a while.
And sleeping, lots of sleeping. Lots of not sleeping, but also lots of sleeping. Like that's all they do. They're just growing at the beginning.
Yeah. So that is a good segue into what I'm grateful for, which is I'm 33 weeks this week, and I'm still feeling good. All things considered, even with all the fun symptoms. But I'm grateful to still be able to move around and do things and get some work done, all that good stuff. And I have this like nonstop congestion that has now happened with like swelling blood vessels and whatnot. So it sounds like I have a cold, but I don't.
I remember that. I had forgotten about that until you just said that.
Yeah. It's happened a few times and I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah.
So small update. I think it was probably right after the last mastermind call and our last call, Jill, but the biggest subcontracting job that I have lost our biggest client. I don't think I had updated you on that.
Wow. Isn't that fascinating though?
Yeah. So it was in the works. It actually lasted a lot longer than I thought. It was no fault of my own. It was this other company, but I thought I would get like 2 more months out of them, but it's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I have supplemented with other things since then, so it's been a good transition. And honestly, I think I told some of you I'd wanted to get away from this company anyway, so it's all good. But it has been very much like an oh shit moment, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Like, oh crap, it's real now.
Yeah.
And that on top of, and I just wrote some notes down so I wouldn't pregnancy brain forget
No,
things.
you're good.
But I'm definitely feeling like the hormonal fluctuation of nesting, I think,
Mm.
and like a little bit of panic. Like I wanted to have all this like residual income pathways set up, and I don't right now. So I'm like panicking a little bit. Not that I need them per se, but I want them, and I have as of the last couple of days, it's like I have all these ideas, and I'm starting to feel like there's not enough hours in the day to do all the things I want to do in the next 7 weeks, and it's like hitting me all of a sudden this week. So I'm like, okay, kind of pump the brakes, and I'm trying to prioritize like what I have to do versus all the stuff I theoretically want to do, and not be completely overtaken by all of this sort of like creative idea energy. Because it's all good, but it's a little bit overwhelming, and it's a little bit distracting, I'm finding. So I spent some time earlier trying to prioritize a little bit. But that being said, so for those of you who don't know, I do this thing called bullet journaling a lot. I've been doing it for 2 years now, and it's a very good like creative outlet for me, and it's been really helpful with that. And that's one of the streams of residual income that I'm hoping to go down. Yes, Caitlin, that was the one I was hoping to stop working with. And yes, I have been meditating, and both of those things have helped. So yes, thank you. And oh, Heidi, you're the one that loves bullet journaling. Okay, awesome. So I've been doing this. I've talked to some of you about my husband's super business minded, which really helps me. And he really wants me to like physically package up like a journal and pens and like all the things. That's never really felt right to me, because I don't really want to get into like physical products. Maybe down the road. I'm not closed off to it, but right now I'm like, that's just not something I want to sign up for. But what I do want to do is I've done a bullet journaling intro course that I've taught to some college students, and I'm about to teach again next month to a different audience. But it's a good like introduction, gets people comfortable with it. So what I want to do is take that and redo it so that I can basically sell it online, and people, it's just like it's something I don't need to think about. It's a course that's available and people can buy it. And I was like, it's been bothering me that I haven't done it, but I think what I realized this morning as I thought more through it is I'm presenting it on Valentine's Day. So hopefully this little guy stays in for it. But I really want to honor giving those people like the first look at it, I guess. So what I realized is I was procrastinating about it because of that. So what I would like to do is have it ready before then, so that after that presentation I can launch it and sell it. And I think that's one thing that will really, really help me kind of feel like I'm doing something. And the other part of that is I recently had a cool thing happen, and I'll try to be brief about this, but the short of it is I do a prenatal like app that I've really fallen in love with. And the owner of the company is like out in Colorado, and she has this huge following, but she's one of those like really, really good at social media. Like she'll like when I share stories and things, she almost always shares my stuff, and like just makes her people feel really, because that feels really good to like have somebody share, you know, it's like, oh yeah, like little like ooh. And I journaled basically like a workout plan of hers. So I did it in my bullet journal, and she shared it. And she then wrote me, and this was like late last week, she wrote me a direct message and she said, oh my gosh, I have all of these messages coming in from people who want to like buy this. And I was like, I mean, this is really exciting, but I don't know what the hell to do with this right now. Like, what do I do with this? I don't have anything set up. So it was like a panicky moment, you know? So then I started thinking like, maybe I should try to like collaborate with people better so that like maybe they can sell this stuff for me. Maybe I can. So I'm like, again, I've got like the idea train going, but I'm like, what do I do with this? Like, it's a really cool opportunity, but like, I don't know what the hell to do with it. So I guess that is all in summation, like my question for what do I do with all of this?
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So first of all, let's like honor your sacral chakra right now because sister is working. She is flowing with different ideas. She is flowing with the creation of your child. She's doing the work. Now you get to exercise a little thing that I like to call asking for a sign, like we talked about at the beginning of the call. But also like, well, I'm going to go two different ways. One, like, can you get on the phone with this person? Can you say like, I'm really interested in this. I also have like 7 other, but I'd love to just talk through this with you.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really cool starting point to say like, this sounds really fun, but instead of me trying to come up with what this looks like let's have a business call. Let's just talk. Let's have a discovery call, so to speak, and allow her to infuse it with what feels good for her, what feels exciting for her.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really cool place to start. And also like in furthering to, I mean, first of all, it's exciting, but also, no, do not touch that. Furthering the participation in like, you guys are both humans and you're both amazing humans that are doing amazing things and you get to grow together. So that's really fun. Also, I just like, you've got so many different goddesses, like archetypes that are trying to like lead the way right now. So I would actually recommend doing a specific like goddess, like almost like goddess, like step up meditation with like, okay, who is going to run the show here? If it's, you know, the more driven, like go, kind of like, oh my goodness. Oh, I almost just pushed my whole desk over. And maybe it's like the very driven, like boardroom style Athena, who like, she just needs the next 4 weeks to like pound things out. Maybe it's the very flowy sacral chakra Aphrodite that wants all things abundance and all things luxurious and all things like, and let whoever comes out shine. Like, let her run free for a little bit. Does that feel okay to you? I know that that's like deep into the woo side of it, but there's so many sisters that are like trying to showcase themselves right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. I guess my only hesitation is I don't have a good grasp of who they all are. Like, I'm not super educated in like the different ones. So I guess I would just have to be like, who comes to me and kind of like Google what they look like, I guess.
Well, do you want me? I can run through right now according to the chakras who they are, because we did at the mastermind retreat, we did that opening experience. So maybe like infusing into that. So Hera is associated with your root chakra.
All right, hold on one sec.
Yeah.
Hera,
Hera.
okay.
Hera is the wife. She is like her light side is, she's got it down. Like she is like loving, she's doting. She is safety providing for her spouse specifically.
Oh my gosh, I've been doing that too.
Yeah, so that's awesome. The shadow side is that she's jealous, she's needy, she's only here for her husband. Like she is here to serve him. That's the shadow side. So it's just, and all of our goddesses encompass all of the light and the shadow. So it's just recognizing like I can hone this goddess, but I want to make sure that I'm working in her light to bring your best work out. So that's Hera. Sacral chakra is Aphrodite, who is sensual. She flows. She wants all things pleasure and abundance. She wants it. She will give it to herself. The shadow side of that is overindulgence, is what's the word? Like deceit. Like she would go sleep with somebody else's spouse because she wanted him and she deserves nothing but pleasure. So like Aphrodite and her sensuality, like her sensual light is like many of us need to get back to her because we have downplayed her. But I personally think like a good combo of Aphrodite and Artemis is like bomb, like girlfriend's got it. So we'll get to her in a second. Next, solar plexus is Persephone. She's our inner child. She is fun and innocent. She dreams. The shadow side is naive and like never questioning, just doing what she's told.
Oh. Wow.
Our heart is Demeter, and the heart is the mama goddess. Demeter is the mother goddess. So she is here to serve. She is here to provide. The shadow of that is codependency or causing others to feel guilt if they don't need you, or putting yourself last. Everyone goes before you when you're Demeter, and she's in her shadow.
My baby.
Throat is Athena. Sister is a warrior. Like she give her a boardroom, stilettos, and like your beautiful pink glasses, and she's gonna slay the room. Athena doesn't typically stop though. She doesn't do pleasure. She does work. She gets to work. She is always going. Athena's shadow side, so she's gonna get a lot of stuff done, and she's gonna be really good at it. Her shadow side is Jillian from 2 years ago. Is the overworking, I'll sleep when I'm dead, almost wounded masculine.
Mama.
Yes.
What say like my baby?
I'll sing it in a minute. Third eye is Artemis. She is the goddess of the moon. She is the goddess of the hunt. Again, a warrior. She's going to run with the wolves. She's going to see a goal and she's going to go achieve it. Her shadow side is not being able to come back to human, not being able to function within the human realm. She just wants to run free. And then the crown is Hestia, who is the old crone. She's the wisest version of us. She's all-knowing. She is divine. She knows what to do. Her Hestia, Hestia. Her shadow side is like crotchety old lady. Like she doesn't want to be around people. She knows what to do, but she's annoyed by you, and she's just a grumpy old lady. So they've all got their light side and they've all got their shadow side. And so, like, I don't know, Nikki, I just feel like you don't have to figure this out. And you are not up against the time clock. Yes, the baby is coming at a certain time, but also your creativity is going to be there after he's born too. So call upon the goddess energies of like what you want, what feels fun for the next several weeks, and let whoever is rising to lead the way.
Yeah, I think as you went through them, I've been feeling like a lot of the light sides of them, but like bouncing around to all of them. And I'm like a little scattered, not as scattered as I could be, but a little bit. So.
That's also a little bit of Persephone, right? Like that. No, honey, you cannot play with that. This is Mama's Dream Quest notes. Oh my gosh. He loves playing with this, but like this is every module for Dream Quest, so no. No, honey. So I don't know where else to put it. So that sounds a little bit like Persephone, like the inner child. Like she's just free roaming and she wants to do a little bit of everything, but like there is no adult context to like making a decision that really is for her greatest good. She just wants to float. She just wants to like do her thing. Not really. Like she needs a little bit of Hestia grounding. Like, but what's for your greatest good here, sister? So I just think that feels really good. No, honey, we're not going to erase this. But I don't know. Intuitively, I'm like, get on the phone with that woman. That would be really cool.
I want to.
And can you keep us posted? I really want to know how that goes.
Yeah, totally.
What else?
I mean, I think that's everything. Oh, the one other thing was just like logistically, I was trying to figure out, I still need a name for the journaling, so I can't use the term bullet journaling and sell anything. I can use the term bullet journaling and give away things, but it's there's a very strict copyright on it. So I was almost thinking of putting it under my NikkiOng.com umbrella, because who knows what else I'll want to do with that in the future, and like sell things, and then just do like a journal with Nikki thing, like just kind of keep it like branded.
Yeah, I like that.
That's why I was like
calling it like a thing, or instead of like creating something new out of something that already exists, like just make it yours. Like put your into it.
That's kind of where I was like being led, and it's currently feeling the best.
Or you could even do like creativity journaling with Nikki, or something like, or logistical creation, or something like that, because it's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I like that. That feels really solid.
Yeah.
I know, honey, but you're not playing with this. Do you want some paper?
Yeah.
You want some paper?
Oh, thank you, ladies. I just saw your messages. You're so sweet.
So good. All right, let me get him some paper. I'll be right back. We're all tangled up under my desk right now. Okay, I'll get you some. Come on over.
Yeah, Heidi, I found a couple other people that do it, especially this one. There's one girl that like kind of does what I want to do. It's called Life by Whitney. So she kind of branded herself. And I don't want to do the exact same things as her, but yeah.
Yeah, Nikki, that feels really good. That feels solid for you, especially because you do have a couple different brands under your umbrella. Like just keeping it super tight and super like on brand. Like it just feels really good.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of swayed away from using like my name originally, but
Mama, thinking my daddy.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna be.
Okay. All right. Okay, go pee. Go. Run. What's the over-under that he actually poops and you go wipe him? Anyone want to take any bets? You guys, thank you so much for letting me be crazy mom right now too. Like, you don't know how much I appreciate it. Hopefully you're still getting a lot out of this. Oh, goodness. Awesome, sister. Thank you. Keep us posted. I want to know how the conversation goes too.
Definitely.
Caitlin, Earl, do you have anything for us?
I do. I want to talk quietly. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I am working on my email list still, and I'm working on my welcome series. And so I posted about this in the mastermind, as you know, but right now I'm starting to work on the email about me, which will be the third one. And I'm wondering, is it okay to use the same about me from my website and put it in that email and just kind of tweak it?
Yeah,
So I
totally.
don't have to reinvent the wheel.
100%. And just like add a little bit of flavor to it. Like, because you are speaking on a website, you're like kind of speaking to the abyss. And yes, like I know like you're speaking to your ideal client, like who you want to make that person feel at home on your website. But like with your email, you're like, they chose to like sign up and get more information about you. So I would just add just a little bit more flavor, a little bit more spice. Give me 1 second. He just told me he pooped. Hold on.
Yeah, just while she's doing that, Caitlin, from like the web marketing side, not everybody agrees with this, but I'm a big believer in like reusing stuff. Like not everybody's gonna see the about page on your website, so it's totally cool to like basically reuse it. And like Jill said, just tweak it a little bit maybe, and you're good to go.
And what I've found is the thought of like having to create something new for every single thing has been creating this like massive block. So it's like, then I haven't done anything. So
reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm all about that.
Same thing for content too. Like if you create content in one place and like you can break it into smaller chunks and post it in different places, like, oh heck yes.
So I'm super excited because I'm starting, so that's what I'm going to start doing. So I'm starting to do a weekly blog post, and then I'm going to funnel it into my email and then do social media off of that. And it feels like I finally have like an outline. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels so good.
I love it. You're like, yeah.
I know. And it's like, you guys have been telling me this since April, but it's like I had so many thoughts about so many different things that I just couldn't organize my thoughts.
Yeah.
But now
you're not rushing the process.
Like, exactly. And now it's like, okay, starting with the letter A, and I'm just going right down through the alphabet, and it's just, it feels organized and doable, which is really important. So going back to my welcome series, so in the video that was posted in the mastermind, you had said that you had mentioned that the last email should be a pitch of some sort.
Yeah.
So how do I do that? Like,
I would keep it like really concise. And Nikki, if you have any thoughts on this, like feel free to jump in, but like, what do you have? So maybe it's Sand and Whimsy, right? Like, for a limited time, like again, thank you so much for being here. I've loved allowing you to get to know me. I want you to know that since you've joined this list for a limited amount of time, you can join my Sand and Whimsy program for 10% off or something like that. Or maybe it's not even like maybe it's not even a discount. Maybe just say, and if you want more, if you're ready to go on a deeper journey with me, I've got the perfect, most incredible program for you. It's going to walk you through X, Y, and Z. Click here. Like, keep it concise, which is really hard for yours truly.
Yeah, me too.
Concise.
Okay. And that makes a lot of sense because like the first email is like the free, printable.
Yep.
Then the second email is a second freebie, and then like join the Facebook group.
Yep.
Then the third email is like sign up for a free clarity call. And so then the fourth, okay, so that makes sense. I just needed to like hear it, I guess.
It's perfect. So. I'm like so excited for you. I feel, because Caitlin, you love the structure, but also you've been like learning how to unstructure. So, but like having this here is going to open up a channel for so much more over here. Like this is going to be really good for you to nail that. I'm very proud of you for how you've been dedicated to this process, but you haven't been like super grippy on it. So this is really good.
Yes. Yes. And I feel like, so like what is it? Capricorn energy has been like so good.
Yeah.
It's been so good. And like, so I have like Monday through Friday, like I have certain things that I want I'll have like certain tasks that I want to do each day.
Yeah.
So it's like using this energy to like set myself up for the rest of the year and having like, okay, today's Monday. I know what I'm doing today instead of just like floating, which is what I spent the entire 2018 doing. So
yeah, but you also needed to, like, let's honor her. Like you needed to do that because you needed to allow your pendulum to just swing the completely opposite way. And now you're like finding that center point that feels really good for you. So
yeah.
Again,
That's
you guys,
awesome.
like, I love the theme of this call, like so much honoring the previous version of us, but then also like not rushing into the next version of us, because if we had rushed through that process, we wouldn't be here and aligned and present within what we've got in front of us. So good. Anything else, Caitlin?
No, I just can't wait to get home. I did just get a notification though that my flight was delayed till 3. But oh well.
Go do some jumping jacks. I literally have worked out in airports before when I've gotten delays. I'm like, whatever, like, it's happening. I need to move my body. It's either this or I go crazy. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are sending you safe travel vibes, and I'm just so grateful for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
For all of you. Thank you for the comments. Nikki said, pay attention to some of the sales funnel emails that you sign up for too. The language and the way that they speak can give you some really good inspiration. Using words like, and I used this a lot with DreamQuest, and I felt really, really connected to it. So using phrases like, you've been told this, you've been told to function like this, you've been feeling this way, and it's okay. It's not your fault. So you've been told this by society, you've made this decision from it, and that's okay. That's not your fault. That's pre-programming. But I can help you to lose all that and gain who you truly are. So like, even go back in and look at my Thrive and DreamQuest emails. That might help you. I'm not saying that I'm like, I've got it all figured out, but I was so locked in. My energy was so on point when I wrote every single one of those. Even Lilia Strum, my coach, was like, girlfriend, like, I can feel it. I'm like, I know. Yay. So go back and just see the words that I used and like tweak them so that they fit your verbiage and go with that. Like, it just, again, reduce, reuse, recycle. Not reduce, but you know. All right, ladies, thank you for giving us the time and the space. Can you say thank you? Thank you for giving us the time and the space. And if you need anything, tag me in the academy and let's just like continue creating this magic. Like, this is just so fun. Oh, 2019 is amazing already. Sidebar, can you believe that it's only the dead center of January right now? I feel like we should be in March. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but all right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go throw away all the floss that has been pulled out and put the lipstick caps back on and go wipe my child's face. I wiped his bum. Now I have to wipe his face. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.